Today we're going to be talking about the exit trigger node. Now the exit trigger node is a very unique node in Easy Social. The functionality of this node is to trigger a different conversation after a human handover conversation has been completed. I'll be able to explain this better with an example. So let's look at an example that I've already created here for you. So what we've done here is that we've created a start node. It has this greeting message. Welcome to Prime Logistics, how can we help you? And it gives the user two options. One is to navigate towards offers and scheme, and the second option is to go towards the customer support branch. If somebody clicks on the customer support branch, he navigates to this message, how can we help you today? And then it is ultimately handed over to a human agent. So let's just test this out on WhatsApp. Let's write a 0 and hit enter. So we get our first message. Let's click on customer support. So the customer support has been initiated. Okay, so I will say, do you ship to New York? Okay, and now let's go to this chat, and here I can see the same message. So let's say I'm the customer service executive and I reply back, sure, we do that in the least amount of time. Okay, so let's assume that this conversation has completed. We've successfully answered all the questions of the customer. Now what we want to do is that as soon as we end this conversation, we want to send this customer a message asking for his feedback on the conversation. How can we do that? Let's take a look. Let's get back to our chat flow and let's continue building upon our exit trigger node. So as soon as our human agent exits the conversation, it will redirect to the exit trigger node. You can only create one exit trigger node in every chat flow. So if I try to make one more, it's going to give me an error. So anything I connect below this exit trigger node will directly show up on the screen. So let's try this out. I've created an interactive button response and I'll connect it here, and here I will call this feedback. How would you rate this conversation? And below I will give three button options. The first one I'll say average, the second one will be good, and the third one would be excellent. Alright, so these are my three options. Right below this I'll add a basic message and I'll connect all these three options into this basic message. And this message I will call thank you. And here in the message section I will write thanks for sharing your feedback. And below this I will say reply hello to restart the conversation. Alright, and I'll still go down further and make this as an end node. Now I'll save this chatbot. Now let's switch back to a chat window. Here we'll go to settings followed by WhatsApp, and then we'll go to chatbot builder. Here we have to click on settings and we have to ensure that enable trigger option is turned on. In the trigger state we will mark it as optional for right now. Now that this is saved, let's exit the settings and let's get back to our chat menu. Let's open the conversation, and now I'll just end this conversation. Now look carefully. As soon as I end this conversation, this pop-up is asking me to launch exit conversation. So when I click here and engage, the feedback message appeared right after. So let's check this on WhatsApp. Okay, so your session with a representative has ended. And then we got this message, how would you like to rate this conversation? So I would say excellent. There you go. As soon as we gave our feedback, we got the thank you message. And this is how we were able to build a different conversation from the point of exit. Now, this note could be useful in many ways. You can take feedback, you can redirect your customer to fill up some form, or maybe you can send a message to follow your social media pages. It's completely up to you. I hope this was useful. Thank you for your time. See you in the next video.